Good morning, punters. PB here from Racecourse Capital. Welcome back to another amazing episode of Beers Bets. Minus the beers this morning because it is a bit of early morning, mate. Good morning, Ty.
Good morning. How you going?
Good, thank you, mate. Good. What are we drinking here, mate?
It's just a clean H2O, mate.
Fucking standard H2O coming straight out of the Gold Coast dams, mate.
Yeah, bit of fresh water around at the moment.
Oh,
So.
mate, didn't we get a pumping of rain last night?
Yeah. What do you think's going to happen today for Brisbane?
I think the track's going to go very soft, mate, and I think you're going to need to get out away from the rail after the first couple of races because it's going to be choppy.
Doomben too, isn't it? Doomben.
It is a Doomben. It is a Doomben today. 10 races though, big program, massive program today. So excited to see what we've got going on there. But yeah, I'm concerned with the amount of rain we got on the Gold Coast, and we're only an hour up the road from Doomben. So
Soft 5, I reckon, at the moment.
yeah. I reckon it's going to be pretty choppy. But anyway, we will have a look and we are going to do our best to find you guys some winners today.
Yes.
Speaking of winners, I don't know if you guys were watching last week, but
Fucking hell.
I would hope you got on the last three at Morphin Fuel.
Well, 70%?
$6 something, $6 something, and a
mate.
$7 bad boy in the end, mate.
Hey.
Ocean Reward.
Yeah, it drifted. Wonder why it
Yeah,
drifted.
drifted.
Like $5 or something.
Drifted and just got his head down when needed at the line.
Yeah.
I think my favourite run and the favourite call of the day would have to be Pudding.
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 Finish.
Fucking
Good finish.
great little finish, and g'day superstar, mate.
Oh, that was an easy watch, that one.
Oh, it was, eh?
My Ruffy pick just fucking went out like it was just I don't know what he was thinking.
Oh, he thought it was a 100-metre sprint.
It's just like, well, he's setting it up for Ghetto, so I'm not too worried about it.
He was done up to 600. It was so
I was like,
funny.
what the fuck is this bloke doing?
I don't know that he could actually hold it back. I think if you rewatch the replay, though, it was the horse that was
Probably just
trying
trying
to
to
go.
fall off the fucking thing.
You never know these days. You never know. So that was Morph last Saturday, which kicked off an amazing program at Flemington. Didn't it look picture perfect on Derby Day?
Flemington's been amazing.
Very nice.
Amazing weather all week for Victoria, so
it
we've
has.
been lucky.
Storms of an evening, perfect days. Cup day was massive. Great run by Without a Fight. Wasn't my first choice, but I'll tell you what, I'll be watching that very, very closely. It was beautifully run by Zarov, so well done. And congratulations to all those connections, because mate, when you win the Melbourne Cup, mate, when you win the Melbourne Cup, may not be the most expensive, richest race out there, but I'll tell you what, it's the one that everyone
to do
wants
the
to
double
win.
like that, I didn't think he was going to do the double. Honestly,
No.
I just,
Gives up Gold Trip to get on Without a Fight and gets it done quite well in the end.
Yeah. That was I don't think, like we were just talking about before, I don't think anything was going to beat it. Like, Sulcombe could have got a lot closer, but I don't think
He's got to jump.
he's losing
jump.
lengths. He's losing lengths off that jump, and he's putting himself in terrible traffic. Like he's just.
But geez, he can navigate it.
Yeah, he's just he makes it hard. He just makes it so hard. But anyway, he should be winning more races if they can work.
Is he like the modern day version of Chautauqua or something, mate? Where it just wants to come out, doesn't want to come out.
They might not be able to fix it now. I don't know.
Who was everyone's favourite from the Heathcote Yard? That was so good at running up, becoming a runner up, mate. It was just. It was guaranteed a second place. Very tough to find a win.
I can't remember.
Started with B.
Yeah,
Anyway,
that one.
it'll come back to us. So, great horse that one was too. But Jesus, it was like 27 bridesmaids.
Yeah.
Oh, so good. Yeah. All right, Beers and Bets. We've got a massive program again today for you guys this morning. Another 5 tracks. Another plethora.
Smorgasbord.
Oh, smorgasbord.
Yeah.
Haven't been in one of those since Sizzler, mate. You know?
Yeah, Sizzler's gone in.
It's gone, mate.
It's sad, isn't it?
Died a slow death. But the good thing is that you can get their cheesy toast recipe online, which is what everyone went
for. Have you tried to make it?
I have.
Work?
Close. Yeah, it could be my cooking skills, mate. But it was close. It was close.
Did you fuck up toast?
No, it's not. It's actually not the toast. It's not that. It's just about the preparation of the cheese and whatever else. Anyway.
Oh wow,
Sometimes you can never do it as good as the original, mate. And
they probably just left out a few ingredients.
That was the most. Well, the biggest reason why I would go to Sizzler is just to get that soup and toast, mate. It was good. And then unlimited soft serve. I mean, who could you go wrong with that?
Yeah, I know. You just top it off with like 3 bowls of ice cream.
Are you an ice cream lover like me, mate?
Oh man,
there's our weak spots.
For ice cream.
I can love it. Sorry, I keep checking down here because I'm just watching the boss. Bossy's gone to sleep, which is
You got
good.
shoes on so your toes are safe.
Thank God for that, mate. I'll tell you what, mate. He's small in stature, but he's big in attitude.
He is.
I love the guy.
Massive.
In fact, he's a little bit like Glenn Boss the jockey, isn't he, really?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, very tiny, but I'll tell you what, you'll certainly know about it if you've done something wrong. So, anyway. Tell you what, I did do something fascinating,
Okay.
well, interesting during the week. We actually watched Ride Like a Girl. And found it really, 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 really good, really interesting.
Oh, there you go.
Nice movie to watch. All about the Melbourne Cup. For that thing to come in and win at 100
Yeah,
to
that's
1, mate,
ridiculous.
it was insane. Well, what a story, what a moment. And love her or hate her, you just don't realise what effort she went through to get that Melbourne Cup win. 3,200 rides, multiple broken bones, fractured skull, gets herself back. Fights to ride Prince because it was alleged the connections were trying to get someone else to ride her.
Yep.
Fucking goes in, fights for the ride, gets the job done, and then finds the gap, mate. It's all about finding the gap.
That's it.
The gap only opens so far. But anyway, really, really nice movie. Even the missus freaking loved it, mate. She wasn't sure she was going to, but then she's like, I know all these names, like, jockeys' names and horse names. And
love the underdog story.
Oh, absolutely. And I'll tell you what, I did learn a little bit more about, why the jockeys walk the track and they check not just one section of the track and go, oh, yeah, it's this or it's that. Just the difference in this, the grass and the softness and wow. Anyway, it was good. I actually really enjoyed it. How's your week been, mate?
Busy. Yeah, just busy.
Did you pick the Oaks winner?
Oaks winner.
Was that on Thursday for Oaks Day?
No, it's not Thursday. No, I didn't. Well, it just absolutely shitting, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
I picked I was on Basilina on with one that was Ollie was on.
Is that a sentimental thing because Ollie's
I've
on the
been
way
watching
up?
it the whole prep, and I thought, geez, this has been getting through the line really, really, really well. But Sardozi was just levels above. Just absolutely put him to the sword. Second place skater was good through the line as well, so it might need a little further. But Cummings horse, they're just typical level above, really.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
Very happy for the young Friedman on Tuesday though.
Oh yeah, they're flying.
You can really see the changing of the guards with the. You got the young Hayes boys, you got the young Friedman boys coming through, just getting it done.
It's good to see.
I think we're in good hands, mate. We've got some really good trainers coming through. Anyway, that's enough of the Oprah Winfrey chit chat with our guests. Let's get into the form, mate. That's what everyone's watching for.
Well, I'm on Brisbane already, so let's just start with Brisbane.
You got a joke?
Joke?
Have you got a joke?
No, I don't have a joke.
What do you mean you don't have a joke?
No, I'm waiting for your dad jokes.
Oh, all right. Give you a real quick one. So there's two guys flying on a flight, like European flight, overnight flight, 14 hours, bloody hate it.
Yep.
Married couple, the husband turns to the other husband and says, look, no one's awake. Let's go join the Mile High Club. And the guy's like, no, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? This is ridiculous. We can't do that. Look at all these people around. So he said, no, watch this. So he stood up in the middle of the flight. It's dark, it's obviously overnight. Everyone's sleeping. He stood up in the middle of the flight. Says, has anyone got a pencil? No one said anything. So I sat back down and said, see, told you. And so the other husband said, yeah, okay, no worries. Got the job done. Get to the airport at their destination. Everyone gets up except for this one bloke who was sitting in the row behind them. And he just sat there. And the stewardess came over and she said, are you all right? And he's like, no, not really. I can't move. I can't stand up. And she's like, oh, why didn't you call the stewardess or get someone to come and give you some help? He said, because one guy stood up last night and said, I need a pencil, and then got fucked in the arse. So I'm not fucking, I'm not moving. I'm not moving. So, anyway. I hope you don't find it too offensive, but God, I chuckled about that one anyway.
Well done.
I'll work on getting some better ones, mate.
That was good. It was a storytelling.
You like a bit of a storyteller? Yeah, I thought you might. Anyway. All right, well, off to Doom and races 1 and 2. I love popping the races 1 and 2 out of Doom because I just think there's some better value later in the day. And race 1, it's all about the Vashani horses again. I'll tell you what, Les Ross must own these races, eh? He just goes, right, I'm just going to throw half my paddock in and we'll see how we go. Interestingly enough, I'm not on the Mashani horse. I've actually gone with Head Hencho. Head. I can't talk.
Head honcho?
Head Honcho would be nice. You'd think I was on the piss last night.
Yeah.
Yes, I was. So head Honcho at $4. I think it's the strongest one to take this out based on what's going to be in this race today. Very challenging first race up. I think there's multiple chances, but I was really impressed. We're going to be fourth up on Head Honcho. Last run was second and ran really well. It's on a slight drift this morning. I think it's potentially due to the rain.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, if it can just find the right path, first race out there, so the track will be smooth, not chopped. So I reckon the Honcho could get the job done.
All right.
Yourself?
Boss, I just kicked boss. Sorry, boss.
Don't kick the door.
I went with one of my value plays actually got scratched, but I went with Mashani Opal.
Oh, the Opal.
Yeah, Mashani Opal. What caught my eye with this one is that yes, Wheeler gets on with the 2 kilo claim. That'll bring it into 55, which is always a plus.
Mm-hmm.
It was really good late over, was it 1,000 meters? Yes, it was 1,000 meters. So this is over 1,200 today. It's gone down to a soft 6, by the way.
Yeah, isn't it?
So it was really good over 1,000 meters late. If you watch the replay, it looked like it took it a while to build into its revs.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it really got going through the line late, like really late, it was quite good. So I'm thinking the extra 200 meters for this horse with the 2 kilo claim could be a positive. I'm not sure about the soft ground. I just have no idea when it comes to the soft ground.
Mm-hmm.
So it's sort of a hit and hope in regards to that.
Love it.
Gate 4, I mean, it's a horse that gets back, so gate 4 is probably not too bad. It should be able to hopefully stay on the outside, not get stuck on the fence. $11 I thought was a pretty good price. It was in the same race, won by Divine, is it Divine?
From last week?
Yeah.
Divine Fortune.
Divine
Force, yeah.
So that's you know how good that horse is. So
look at a win last week.
Yeah. I think form around that horse is going to be pretty good. So I'm just hoping that extra 200 metres is the key.
Beautiful.
There you go.
Race 1. Talking about hitting home, did you see Maxwell's double century for Australia against Afghanistan?
I did hear about it.
Mate, this poor guy is that hot and humid over there at the moment that this poor guy halfway through his innings he got a cramp in the right hamstring.
Fuck. Yeah.
As he's gone to stretch that one out, the left hamstring went bang.
It's so common.
He then had to collapse to get off the ground. As he hit the ground, the back went into spasms.
So he's rolling around.
So he's rolling around looking like he's having a fit, just trying to get stretched out. In the end, he couldn't even run between wickets, but he thought, nah, don't worry, stuff that. He was just hitting 4s and 6s.
He just went, I'm just going to swing.
He did, and he swung, and he was so unorthodox with some of his shots, but he literally chased down the target all by himself, mate. It was a most amazing innings that I reckon I've ever seen.
That's
so good. Yeah.
So fuck, I'll just stand here and deliver.
Also, for the guy who was out injured because he fell off a golf cart.
Fuck me, dude.
So it was like redemption. I don't know.
Probably.
Maybe. He was out playing golf with the boys. Yeah. You can't not have a couple of cans. But redemption to come back and hit a double century.
That's hectic.
Yeah.
That is hectic.
And Afghanistan played really well. So anyway, race number 2. Race number 2. Oh, race number 2 is a nice open one as well. There's a couple that I do like in this one, but I'm going a little bit out where the market's not too favourable with it. But I can't not go past the double wins on Queen Assassin.
Queen Assassin. Coming
out of the shotgun barrier, which I like. Weight's okay at 58 kilos, coming off 2 back-to-back wins. Finds this race tougher, but I think it's got the jewels. I mean, you've got
4 out of 5 on the soft.
Yeah, I know. So you also got like Mr. Is it Galazi? That's also a good one. I think could win it. Galazi could win it. Could win some values. So yeah. But my strong push forward is Queen Assassin, race 2, Dooman.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
Now, I've just realised my on topper's been scratched because these soft tracks just ruining shit. I did have a value play anyway. It's more of a roughie is Avalante. I found Wheeler again. I didn't realise I was doing that.
Yes, you did,
He's got. I'll read down what I've got here on the notes. He's had a bit of a quick break, but he was last seen finishing alongside a horse called Crazy Train. You would know that horse pretty well.
What are you trying to say, mate?
Well, you're the Brizzy expert.
I do know. I thought you were calling me crazy.
But that horse has tie-ins to a horse called Innersec and Orbison, which are both very classy horses. And this horse was finishing alongside it. So I thought the $20 on offer was pretty crazy, to be honest, considering that. Now, it's had a couple of good runs on the heavy track that I've just had a bit of a look at, so you would imagine it's going to handle a soft 6 okay.
You think so?
That 2 kilo claim is going to come in handy, bringing into 57. Now, my on-topper was Border Control, who had a really dominant win down in New South Wales. I'm going to actually throw another roughie in here in the QS at $23 since my on-toppers...
With the veteran on the back, mate.
Yeah. Down to 56 kilos. I actually think this is not a bad bet. It's got some heavy track form, some okay soft track form. Might prefer it on a good track, maybe, but it's run okay on a heavy, so I'm thinking it should be able to handle it where it is now, the soft 6. Hopefully, we don't get any more rain.
We're not expected to, but look, if it just travels nicely through that, and they don't go too fast or too early, I think it'll have some petrol in the tank.
Yeah.
Because I think, for memory, watching that, it performs better in the slower races where they just sort of canter along for 2/3 of it, and then let's get going. So great tip, mate. $23.
So Avalante and the QS at big odds.
Oh, value. Oh wait, mate, that's like hitting a 300 pure.
Yes.
If that gets up. All right, that's Doomben. Going to be wet. Members, I'll be tweaking a little bit of the form now that the soft 6 is out. But I'll get these tips out to you ASAP. All right, where else do you want to go? Down, just keep following the border, shall we?
Yeah, down New South Wales.
Yeah, let's go to Rosehill. Rosehill's got another big program. What have we got? 10 races at Rosie.
10 races.
Beautiful.
Currently a soft 5, they say.
Fantastic. All right, so we've got races 4 and 5 at Rosehill. Soft 5, a little bit of rain around throughout the week, which is okay. Very open race, this one. Thank you, Tom.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Always gives us these ones.
Always gives us a good couple of curly ones. But I'm looking at Bandasher currently at $5.
Nashy boy.
Yeah, I like my boy Nash at Rosehill, mate. He just seems to stand up and find winners when all the big fellas are sort of interstate running big bits of races. He gets a good couple of rides throughout this time. So I think it's Bandasher was a really good run last start to win. And then it won 2 starts back prior to that as well. So
coming from Brizzy form.
Does come from Brizzy form. That's why I do like it. Doesn't have strong claims on a soft track. So I think this is going to be the question mark. But
should be by race 4, you reckon it'd be, what are they saying, cloudy there? You'd think it would have dried out a bit by race 4.
Look, I'm no weatherman.
When's that? 1:10. Okay, got a bit of time.
We'll see. Look, it's every chance. It's proven itself well on the firmer stuff. So
yeah,
I'm prepared to throw caution to the wind and go with Bandasher.
Very good.
Thanks, mate. Thanks for your positive feedback, bro. It's been good this morning.
Always. I went with one. I was sort of trying to follow form that's been sort of proven since in the Dramatist.
It's certainly not you, mate.
The finish last start was quite good, carrying the same weight as well at 60 kilos. So I'm not worried about the weight.
Mm-hmm.
That was on a soft. That was probably a soft 5, I'd imagine. The way it finished through the line was really, really good, stepping out from 1200 to 1400, which I think is a positive for this horse. The winner of that race, Bandy's Boy, has gone on to run third. Who did run third in a $250,000 race behind I've Been Trying, which is a really nice horse.
Mm-hmm.
So you know the form has been strong enough to hold up in even higher level, which I really like to see.
Mm-hmm.
This horse is $6.50. I just thought that was over the odds, considering that form has been franked in some way. $6.50 for the Dramatist. The other one that's come in a little bit actually is Unrelenting. It was at $11 last night. It's coming to $9.
Yep.
Still some really good odds on this horse. Last start, it was wide and back, or it was really far back. I've looked at that many fucking replays this week. They're all sort of meshing into one.
Are you sleeping just seeing horses roll around
so,
your head, mate?
You know, the horses jumping over the heads to go to sleep.
Yes.
So this horse from Gate 8, Hieronymus on, I think he can get this horse to go forward. It won't have that issue like it did last start of having to literally go to the back. It should be able to sit forward. I think from memory, looking at this speed map, there wasn't a hell of a lot of speed in this race.
No.
And I think going forward can be a real positive for this horse. And I think the step out in distance will be a positive as well. So that one's at $9 currently, unrelenting.
Beautiful.
There we go.
Rock and roll, mate.
On to the next.
On to the next.
Race 5.
Dun, 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 dun.
What do you reckon?
Another open race in this one too, mate. I don't like the favourite. Just putting it out there. Don't like the favourite. Had a look at a couple, but I'm actually on Vindication. I thought 550 was good value.
Yep.
The wider barrier is probably the only question mark for me. Just needs to get out and find a spot.
Need enough speed on, don't we?
So they need to come out and pick the pace up fairly well. But I was pretty happy with Vindication. It's been working really nicely. It's been thereabouts. Was a little bit disappointing 2 runs back. I think it just didn't get all the right luck. But I mean, when you've got the Everest jockey on the back and Sam Clipperton, I mean, he's going to know exactly what to do with it. So I think, Vindication.
Yep.
Gets a good jump. Can be very strong. Okay with the soft.
Yeah, exactly. That's definitely one of my picks. Vindication. I'm going to stick because I was on it. My other value pick nabbed it last time, but it was a really good run. Vindication as one of the picks and another Cognac as the other, which has come in as well. That was, what was that last night? $9 last night. It's into 7. Vindication's come in a little bit as well. So Vindication and another Cognac. Now Vindication has had I think it was Ningaloo Star or something, and I think come out of that race and won since at similar grade. Whereas with another Cognac, the form has been franked in higher grade than this. So it's coming out of the 78, and then Mars Mission went on to win a 78 race dominantly since. So it's in higher grade than this. That's why it stood out to me. Getting in with 56.5 kilos back from a 78, I thought that was pretty generous of them, really. So they would be my 2 picks. Like you were saying, look, wide gates, they just need enough speed on to sort of bring them in. But I think those 2 horses are standout quality in this particular race.
Beautiful.
There we go.
Rock and roll. All right, that's 2 out of the 10 races at Rosehill today that we've previewed for you. So it's another great day at Rosie.
We're working down into Victoria.
I think we should, mate. Be rude not to. Let's go into Victoria.
I choose 1 and 3, wasn't it?
Yeah, you did choose races 1 and 3.
All right.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Interesting race.
Oh, it's very interesting.
Very interesting race. In fact, one of the punters out there said it's a tough way to start today's program. Just saying that though, Stakes Day at Flemington's a great day.
Oh, it's a cracking day. Lots of
more family orientated, lots of stuff for the kids. Great way to finish the carnival. I do like Stakes Day. But today, I want a deal.
Oh.
I want a deal, mate. I want a deal and want a deal, and I want to get it winning, and I think it's going to do it, mate. I think it's going to get it done. I think we got Jamie on the back. She'll kick off the program.
Some form at the right time, isn't she?
Yeah. Coming out of Neesham Stable, shortened in a little bit. May have just been with the scratching. What's the track condition, mate? Please give us a report.
Good form.
It's been good all week, mate.
So, yeah, they've been very, very lucky with their weather. Any rain sort of come and gone overnight, and it's been good for the track just to give them a little bit of something and then dry out.
Yeah, that natural irrigation, as the farmers would say, mate. But yeah, I think what a deal with Jamie Carr on the back. A good price at about $450, $460 at the moment. So yeah, very happy with that. That's where I'm going to be.
Very nice. Yeah. I really fucked us over with this race, didn't I?
Yeah, you did, mate, but it's okay. We like a challenge here at Racecourse Capital.
Look, I'm going to go with one that's actually first up as my on-top selection. I think it's worth specking like a few value. This is my on top though. Acceleration. Acceleration is my on top. $6.50 currently.
I think it's going to jump well and strong in its first run.
Yeah, it's a good fresh horse. Its first up record is actually quite good. Four attempts, 2 wins and a second. Its trials have three jump outs. And if you go watch those, it's absolutely flying. Looks really, really good in the jump outs. So last preparation first up, it was only 0.2 lengths off pounding at the track and trip.
Right.
So you know it's got the quality to that's a horse that's gone on to run at Group 1 level. You know this horse is even though it's 7-year-old horse, it hasn't had a hell of a lot of starts. So I'd be thinking this preparation is probably going to hit its peak. The way it's sort of, if you go back through its form, it looks like it's building through grades. They've just taken it very slowly with this horse.
Yeah.
But that run behind pounding stands out to me, and it was carrying 57.5 that day. It carries 55 kilos today. It gets in really, really well with the weights. I just think with those 3 jump outs as well, I think it's going to be even more forward than it normally is. So $6.50 for this horse, I think it can. Look, it depends on how the track's playing today. I know last Saturday Flemington was on pace, which was very, very interesting. And then it's sort of, they've moved the rail just a little bit since, and it's sort of evened out just a little bit. I wouldn't say that it was completely fair though. I think you still had to be sort of midfield or better, or at least be moving by the corner. Look, there were some races where they ran on, but I think that was just purely they just ran really hard. But I think it was quite hard to run on as an overall look at Flemington in the last week. So I don't know where the rail is today. I don't know if they haven't updated where the rail is. So
bit of a guess, eh?
Might be maybe 5 meters or something, I'd imagine, if they're moving it out a little bit further. I wouldn't imagine they'll take it back to True because they ran True twice. But we'll see what they do there. Acceleration, $6.50. I think Japanese Emperor can run a good race. I think Ollie can. This is a horse that ran 3rd in Australian Guineas. If you go back through that form, and at this track and trip as well. So it's a horse that likes to go forward. Whether or not he tries to lead or just take a sit, I honestly probably prefer to sit. Hopefully it lands second pair. I think second pair would be great today. $14. I thought that was a steal. This is a horse that's dropping in weight, dropping from 60 kilos out of a nice form race won by Jenny Lala. Second runner was Ferretti. That form has been pretty good so far. This horse is dropping into 56.5 kilos. Like I said, 3rd in Australian Guineas. Got the form on the board. $14 just seems over the odds to me. I don't know why that's $14. It's not giving away much weight to these light runners, so there's not too much of a gap there. So I thought Japanese Emperor could run a serious race.
Nice.
Ruffy, do you want a Ruffy, mate?
I always want a Ruffy, mate. Come on, man. Me?
You won't be happy with the jockey. You know which one it is?
Just don't even bother.
Ruffy, Kind Gesture. Kind Gesture, import. It took a little while to get going, but it proved in its 3rd placing behind Sione. We know how good Sione is.
Yeah, we do.
So Sione's done some good things since that run. That was at this track over 1420. Getting in with the 53 kilos, so it's in nice and light. Gets gate 4. I wouldn't imagine they'd want to sit too far back. I'd reckon they'd want to use gate 4.
Doesn't matter, mate.
With your mate on there. The Ken Yard, they're a stable. It's a stable that just sort of pops up every now and then, and their horses just can win at big odds.
Absolutely.
So it just caught my eye as a horse that might, as an import, it might improve. Now it's had a preparation in Australia, it might go to the next level. And with 53 kilos, I think it gets a good chance today. $18.
Happy days, mate.
So there you go.
Hopefully not, but good tip. Probably will win today. All right, race number 3.
Another cracker for you.
Yeah, mate. Another shot at the stumps, mate. Just throw the dinner over 6 of them. Yeah, interesting because I thought there was quite a few that have got a nod here. Heap of scratchings though.
Yeah, I'm just realising there's been some scratching in mine, so that's good.
Excellent.
So I'm going to make a good decision here somehow.
All right. Well, while you're thinking about that, I'm on Pantalone or Pantalone.
It's good horse.
Tomato. Depends on what you want to call
Look
it.
at that record.
I know the record's what gave it away, and I'm going to go with the Jamie Carr double.
Nice. I think she's been copping a lot of flack. I think she's going to look. Imagine being her of nearly like dying and having like severe brain injuries, and then coming back and having to work that confidence back like that. You'd have some serious PTSD from that fall. Like you,
oh, amen.
Like being trapped in amongst horses, you'd be thinking, "Oh fuck, not again." Sort of like. And for her to come back and like it hasn't been that long since she's been back. And for her to ride winners like Cause for Concern the other week, stuck in amongst traffic and just weaved through and got the win. Like that's a pretty courageous win. And to come back from what she's been through, I don't think she gets enough credit for coming back from a fall that was, pretty life threatening. So
it was.
I think she deserves some credit for that.
There you go.
Yeah, I think we're just really quick to give shit to people that they're just. Of course, they're going to be out of form. They're going to be out of touch. They're going to lose their timing. They're going to be down on confidence. Like, fuck, they're only human. Jesus. And the horse is going to sense that as well if they're sort of so.
Exactly right. They do feel that you've got to be one with the horse. Got to be one with the horse.
Anyway, I just
I'll throw a new segment out there, going, ties points or something like that. It's just
Got to feel for the athletes, mate. They do it tough at times. Anyway, that's just my thoughts on that. So what are you going with?
Write that down. I went with Pantalone.
Pantalone
at 420. I think with Jamie Carr on the back, and that's what triggered your little. Your town cry there, mate. I think it's in some great form. It's gone first, second. So, just based on that form purely alone, if you reckon that's it, we're due for a win today. So I reckon that's it.
Very good. So I've had a couple of scratchings here. I thought Treasureway was a great roughie in this race. Unfortunately, it's been scratched. I thought Quickster was a good hope. I'm going to go with Miss Aria as my on top.
Oh, very nice. Timmy Clark on the back.
Tim Clark. I think the key with this horse is getting back out to 1400.
Yeah.
It ran a very nice race over 1200, really running on hard behind the winner Shiva. Excess was the runner up there. Excess has run okay since as well. But like I said, I think 1400 metres for this horse. Last time at 1400, it was only 1.8 behind Karina Queen, who's gone on to run either a runner-up or a third behind, who was it? Skybird, who looks to be probably a Group 1 filly in waiting. So I think that form is very, very nice for this race. $8 for Miss Aria, I thought that was good. And with the field dropping in size is probably a plus with this horse drawing wide. Timmy Clark, I think, can get it done. $8 I thought was pretty good.
Nice, very nice.
I'm just thinking of, now that I've had a couple of rougher hopes sort of be scratched here. Tough one, but I'm going to go with, I'll give you a couple of roughies here. Eugenius, and I actually like this horse getting back out to 1400 metres, coming off a very dominant win at 1200. If you go back through, it's got a 1400 metre third to Molly Nickers, who is a very promising horse. And the other roughie I'll give a hope to here is Nadachi. I think back to 1400 metres from the mile might actually be a good thing. Only a length off Griff. Griff has got to be
good form to follow.
There's got to be some good form with that. So that's at Nadachi's at $26 and Eugenius is at $26. So a couple of rougher hopes there for you.
Very nice.
In a race that, whether or not these trainers have scratched all these because they think it's not, I don't know, there's too much risk. They might like certain horses and don't think their runners can beat them. Or
interesting.
Yeah, it is very interesting because the weather hasn't changed.
No. It's actually quite perfect. So.
Yeah. So
whether they found something more suitable.
Yeah, interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right,
that's Flemington done. Going to be another great day of Flemington to close out the Cup Carnival, which will be wonderful. We're going to move over to South Australia, Morphettville. We're looking at races 7 and 8.
Here we go.
Yeah, a couple of corkers in this one, mate. I've gone with one that I've gone followed before. Top weight with Neodymium. I think the $5 is good. It's going to have a 3 kilo claim. Form the last run was really good. 2 runs prior to that with a win. It's going to enjoy the track today. I think it's
Joffre came over and ran Flemington.
Yeah,
Race.
So I think I don't know. I think it.
I
think it should be. Yeah, it is, but I think it should be shorter than 5s. But I'll take the 5.
Yeah.
So yeah,
the 3 kilo claim should.
Oh, absolutely. Coming out of barrier 3-2 should be well suited for today. Very happy.
On pace run as well. Good. Yeah. This race was a toughie. I went with East India Man.
Oh yep.
As my more confident bet.
Mm-hmm.
It went to Flemington a couple of starts back and ran pretty good. 2.3 lengths off Matron Bullwinkle, and Tasman Park as well. They're pretty good horses in Victoria. And that was at this distance as well. It then went on to run 4.8 off Chicago Storm at Gawler. Chicago Storm's a pretty nice horse in South Australia. That was out to the 1500 metres. I think stepping back to this distance is a plus.
Mm-hmm.
I like that this horse gets gate 1 as a leader.
Yeah. Well, it's going to come out well and dictate the speed, really, isn't it? So.
At Morphettville Parks as well, which can be a track where you want to be forward.
Mm-hmm.
So if it gets its own way, it can be very, very hard to run down. $9 I thought was a pretty good price to find out. One that's really unknown is Humboldt. Did you look at this one at all?
I did.
It's a little claim.
Resuming today, that was the one thing that just put me off.
I know. I
want to see a run first before I.
What got me was first of all, it gets a claim it's going to run around 52, 52 and a half.
Very light.
Very
light.
Gets gate 4, so it's going to get. It's a really nice gate. It goes back a little bit, but I think gate 4 will be perfect for that. Its trial was a pass mark, but I just liked the action of the horse. It looked comfortable. It was never pushed out. But this horse has run a couple of times in Group 3 level in New Zealand. So you'd imagine, the Hickmott stable aren't mucking around getting a horse like that over here. They would have done their homework on it and thought that it was pretty good to sort of kick off at this sort of level.
Mm-hmm.
$11, I thought it was a pretty good price to sort of just have a little stab and see how it goes. It could be a really nice horse. So
Giddy up.
There you go. So East India Man and Humboldt.
Beautiful. Right. Out to the last at Morphettville, race number 8. Going for some value today.
Ah, yes. Come on, give it to me.
Gone for some value. We're looking at double figures, but I'll tell you what, the recent form doesn't dictate that it should be, but it is stepping up, and the favourite is very, very good.
Very good.
And will be very hard to beat, but at $1.95, I don't want any part of that. Any part of that. So we've gone, stuff it, let's go out for something a little bit more value, more juicy, and Santastico. Santastico with Toddy on the back. Very, very good winning form. Carrying a bit of weight today, stepping up, I think, in quality. But I tell you what.
It's only a 3-year-old too. That's a lot of improvement to come yet.
Sure does. Coming out of that, barrier 9 just needs to probably do a touch of work early just to get positioned nicely. But there's no reason why I can't do that at $14.
$14. Yeah, it's definitely overs that one, isn't it?
Fucking, that's what I thought.
Interesting.
That's what she said.
Especially with Panel getting on.
That was the final push. The form was really good, but then you look at the jockey that's jumped on. He had a good week last week too, so I think that's a nice little push forward. Yourself, mate? Where are you?
My most confident pick is Nasho. Nasho from gate 1. I thought this race has a bit of pressure in it, and I think there'll be a fair bit of speed up front. And I thought Nasho from gate 1 hopefully just sits just behind it. Can just sit just behind, get a nice little spot. Gate 1 hopefully doesn't get stuck in the coffin. Just unable to get it out. But I thought Nasho at $5 is a nice bet to sit in behind and pounce late. Justin Potter on. The other one I picked has been scratched. Geez, I'm getting.
You're having a cracker, aren't you?
We'll leave it at that, eh? Nasho, $5. I thought that's a good little each way play if you want to have a crack.
Bloody awesome. All right, let's close out the day with Ascot. Nice program out at Ascot again today too, which should be pretty cool. 9 race program, and race number 1 and race number 2 is where we're looking at. Staying away from the favourite a little bit on this one, and I'm going with Scenic George at $5.50.
Nice.
Yeah, I just thought the first up run was fair, but know that there's further improvement to come, and I think second up is where it's going to pop forward and just get the job done. Nice little sprinter, 1100 metres, suits quite well. Coming out of barrier 3, a lot to like about it.
Yeah. I did something that's very unlike me, and
What
I
did you do, mate?
went for the favourite of this one. I know.
What's wrong with you, mate?
I don't know. I went watched this jump out or a trial, whatever you want to call it.
The warm-ups.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty impressive.
Oh, look, it was. It was, and this is on debut, so it's going to go fairly well, mate.
Yeah,
So.
I've been burnt a few times with Western Australia, thinking that having the run is going to be better, and then fucking these debutantes come out and blow it out. I just don't know. I don't know much about WA racing, but one more too many. The favourite I thought was looks pretty good.
All right.
$2.20, bit short. Not a fan of the short stuff, but
Hey, win's a win. Put in you'll probably put in a multi-fund, mate? So just kick off the day. All right, moving on to race number 2. Race number 2, last race that we're previewing today. Sorry, I better just check to make sure that mine is
still there.
Still here, yeah, still here. One that's not getting much favours in the market at the moment, but which I can't quite understand why, is what I call the Mrs. at Home, the Boss Lady. So the Boss Lady at $3.50, currently sitting there. It's got Chris Parnham on the back. Barrier 2. A lot to like about
There's
it.
a lot to like about that.
A lot to like about it.
You know why?
Because we're
on the same horse.
Oh, thank God! It's only taken 20 billion races to finally get there. Last week we were so in sync, and this week I'm like,
No, I can't work out why it's not just as hard in the market as the Pikey or Pikey. It's probably the Pikey effect on the.
Oh yeah, for sure. But it's not even in Sportsbet's top 4.
Yeah, it's interesting.
So they've got a little bit of value. And look, I'm not saying that their tips are not good. That second tip, Son of the Boss. Is also ready to one that will back, can back up, because that first up resumption win was very good.
Has Ascot been playing to lead as much?
Yeah, a little bit.
Has it?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they've. Oh, okay.
We'll see. But I like the Boss Lady. You like the Boss Lady.
I think
we're going to forget about the Son of the Boss. We're going to go to the Boss Lady.
Gate 2 blinkers on. It should get a nice spot.
Yeah.
Should get a really nice spot.
Just jump really well and just sort of get the job done. So.
Winning form's good form.
Fantastic.
There you go.
There you go. That's us. Ascot's done. Well, another great show, mate. Program's over. We need to go back and just do some tweaking before the members tips come out. As always, if you'd like to join, jump on, follow, like and subscribe on the YouTube channel, and follow and do all those things on Instagram. Look out for Ty and his lives and free tips throughout TikTok as well. Don't forget we've got a TikTok account.
We do have a TikTok.
And yeah, please come and join us. The spring is on its way out, but I'll tell you what, autumn's coming. And
summer racing is just as good as...
Summer racing is just as good, actually.
It's really, I don't know, it's probably just as profitable as spring, really. I mean, and it's good because you get all the leftovers that sort of like hang around a little bit to try and get some wins after the spring.
100%.
And you just sort of pick some good value up.
Okay, mate. We'll be back at the Turf Club before the Millions, mate. We want to go before Christmas, so yeah, that's what we're going to be
doing. Good horses coming back for that too.
Very, very good. So anyway, as always, gamble responsibly, have fun, bet within your means.
Good luck out there.
Final words, mate.
Good luck out
there. Just good luck. It's going to be a tough day, but just enjoy it.
Brisbane, the sun comes out.
Oh, mate, we need some sun. Good luck, though. We'll see you next week, eh?